Hello to all and to all, hello. It is me, D is me, and I am back with another video. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. And those of you that are returning, thank you so much for coming back. So today's video is going to be a story time video where I tell you about a time in my life that some crazy shit has happened. Let me put a disclaimer up. This video is going to contain a lot of fucking cursing. So if you are under the age of 1, you probably need to click the fuck back. But if you are 2 years of age and older, feel free to keep watching. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, this story time video is going to be the time that I got banned from a restaurant. I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant, but it was a it was like a chicken wing restaurant, whatever, some shit like that. So it was myself and 3 of my friends, Erica, KJ, and Carter. I'm not gonna do this bullshit where I make up fake names, like fuck that. Y'all gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. We all went to this restaurant or whatever. Of course, we're hungry. This is a pretty, you know, hot spot where I'm from. So we all decided, hey, let's go to this restaurant, right? We get in there and Erica knew one of the waitresses. Of course, when you know one of the waitresses, obviously you are going to be set at the waiters or waitresses table. And boy, was that a fucking mistake. Keep in mind, I was in high school. I want to say I was a junior. Yeah, I was a junior in high school. I was in the 11th grade. So I was like 16, 17, something like that. So we sit down at her booth or at her table, whatever, and we proceed to order our drinks and stuff like that and the food. She got back with the drinks, and at this point everything was cool. Like, so she brought out the drinks or whatever, and she brought out I think we ordered the food, and then she brought out the food. My favorite chicken wings are mild and lemon pepper. And I'm pretty sure everyone else from here to goddamn Guam is like this. You cannot eat your buffalo wings or mild wings without ranch. You need fucking ranch or blue cheese, or one of the two. And that is where it all went downhill. If I didn't need that fucking ranch, I would have not been banned. So when she brought the wings to us, I had asked her, I had asked the waitress, I was like, hey, you know, do you mind getting me a ranch? Keep in mind, she's cool with Erica, and her are cool. So they're kind of conversing or whatever, and they're talking, and you know how it is when you friends with the waitress, and you know the waitress come over and like, hey, what y'all doing? You know, not really taking y'all serious because the waitress know you or whatever. So I asked her whatever, and she left. She was like, all right, cool. She left or whatever, and 5 minutes go by, and I still don't have a ranch. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not a dick, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know, it's 5 minutes later. I need my fucking ranch. I need my ranch right now. So I asked her again. I said, ma'am, what happened to my ranch? But I'm not really as serious as I would be with a regular waitress, obviously, because she knows Erica and they're kind of cool. So I'm kind of like, all right, cool, whatever. 10 minutes go by and I still don't have my ranch. Where's my ranch at? So I stop her again. I'm like,
hey, I need my ranch. What happened to my ranch? Where's my ranch at? Bring me my ranch right now. Just bring my ranch. I don't want to get rude. Just bring my ranch.
I'm like, okay, maybe she may be slow or something. She know Erica, so I'm kind of like, all right, Erica, you need to tell your girl, like, she need to bring me my shit, like, for real. I was not cursing. I was not rude. I was calm as a fucking whistle. So another like 15 minutes go by. Guess what? She still don't have my fucking ranch. The problem that I had, the problem that I had was I turned and looked at her. You know what she was doing? Mopping. She was mopping the motherfucking floor instead of going to get my ranch. This is like, what, my 3rd, 4th time asking her? I seen her with that mop. I was like, no, hell no. What? I was sitting there on my table like this. I was sitting there just like this. I was shaking, so I'm like, you know, mad as hell. And the thing about me is I'm really good at thinking before I react. So what I usually do is I'll sit, get mad, and think, what should I do? But for some reason, the shit in my head was not going the way that it was supposed to go. I was sitting there rocking, and I think Carter had asked me, he was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I still don't have my fucking wrench. And I like hit the table like so hard. I can't remember if a drink spilled in it. And it caused like everybody to look over at us or whatever. And when Carter asked what was wrong with me, I think that's when I just like flipped. Like, I think I said it loud, and the girl had came, or the waitress had came over to see like what was going on. And I'm not usually one to call anybody out of their name, but I think I did call her out of her name a few times. Actually, you know what? I know I called her out of her name. Like I said, when she had came over to the table, I guess to see what was going on, I think she had kind of like an attitude or something. But she had a fucking attitude problem. I know that for a fact. She was like, I think she was like, what's going on or something like that. I was like, you still haven't brought me my wrench. What happened to my wrench? I've been asking you like 3-4 times to bring me my wrench. I wasn't like yelling, but people could hear. Like everybody could hear in the restaurant. She was kind of like saying something back, but I was so mad, and I was kind of like going off that I really didn't even hear. I know the entire restaurant was super quiet. So she had left and went and got her manager. This guy came out or whatever. And he was a guy, so I was like, oh, I'm really about to go in on you. But he came out, he was pretty respectful, and he was like, you know, hey, what's going on? He was respectful. I wasn't, because I was still going to hell off. He's like, how can I help? What can I do? How can I help you out if you sit here cursing me out? And I'm like, cause you fucking hired this dumbass girl. Like, what the fuck? But it gets worse. There's this guy behind me. He was maybe about 40 to 45-year-old white man or whatever. And just so you can paint, I want you to paint the hell out of this picture. He had said something smart, and it pushed me over the edge. All I know is it was over. It was over. That is what got me banned. I stood up out of the booth. I was on the inside. Carter was next to me on the outside. KJ was across from him on the outside, and Erica was directly in front of me. Carter and I grew up together, so he pretty much knows how I am, and he know when shit is about to get real. KJ got up and walked away. Erica, because they had paid for their food at this time. Oh, that's what happened. The manager was trying to get me to pay for the food. And I was like, I'm not paying for this shit. She never bought me a ranch. I'm not paying for this shit. Like, so when the guy behind me had said something, KJ gets up and like leaves the restaurant, like leaves the scene. Erica, I think, when I started yelling, I think Erica had got up and left too. Well, Carter was right there the entire time. So he was like directly behind me. Like, we're back to back. So when he had said that, I was like, I got up and I turned around, and I was literally standing up on the booth, down at this guy like this. Who the fuck? I was like, who the fuck do you think you fucking talking to? You don't fucking know me. I went fucking ape shit. So he was like, call the what is it called? Call the police or whatever, you know. And then he said how he knew somebody in the police division. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck who, you know, I will beat you. I was ready to fight. Like, if he get up out this chair, I'm gonna Batman, I'm gonna Superman to his ass, and I'm gonna attack his ass like a fucking pit bull. And I guess the manager was somewhere. Carter was trying to like pull me down, like chill out. Let me tell you how fucked up my situation is. I still paid for the food. Okay. One thing about me is I'm not a dumbass, okay? I'm not about to sit here and risk everything for what, $5? Because I think they're like 50-cent wings. I'm not about to sit here and risk everything for $5. Like I said, I think before I react. So I sat down to myself and I was like, you know what? I was just like this. I was like, you know what? If I don't pay for these wings, the police is going to come. And if they come, I'm gonna whoop the waitress ass, the manager's ass, and the guy behind me's ass. So you know what? Let me pay for this food before I end up in prison. So I had to take my card out and I gave it to Carter, and Carter went ahead and paid or whatever. And so at that moment, they didn't give me like a verbal, I guess like, hey, you can't come here anymore. They didn't give me anything like that. They didn't say anything like that. I didn't receive anything in writing. However, I know it was a pretty big deal when I went back an entire year later. It was me and like 2 other people. We all sat down, and I was kind of, I think I had shades on. I was kind of trying to blend in because I'm like, oh man, what if they know me? But my friends that I was with, they're like, man, they're not going to know you. They're not going to know anything about you. They probably have, you know, completely new staff. Like, they're not going to know you. We get in there and sit down. The waitress came to the table, whatever, and she took, you know, our drink orders. So she walked away. 5 minutes later, she came back and she was like, so I can serve you and you, but I can't serve you. And so at that moment, I was like, I kind of felt like a criminal. I was like, damn, they remember me. Like, so they told me that I had to get off the premises, and told me that I couldn't come back there, like couldn't return and eat there, some crazy shit like that. In class, that is how to get banned from a restaurant 101. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my crazy ass moment. I'm not crazy by any means, but if I ask you for a ranch, please bring me my ranch before you decide to mop the fucking floor. So anyway, until next time you guys, stay out of trouble. Do not curse anybody out for a ranch. And if you do, make sure you run before the cops get there. No, seriously though. Be cool, be calm, unless they push your buttons. But even then, don't go off, because you don't ever want to let anybody get the best of you. Who the fuck am I kidding? Better check they ass. Oh yeah. Peace!